Several months ago, I met with a couple, and I'm going to call them John and Mary so that I can protect their actual identity. And they had done everything pretty much right. They had worked hard for over 40 years and saved consistently, avoided unnecessary debt, and built a retirement portfolio worth about $2.3 million. Now, on the surface, they looked like the picture of retirement success. But there was one detail they hadn't much thought about. Almost all of their money was sitting in tax-deferred retirement accounts. Now, at first, they didn't really see the problem. But when we started looking a little bit closer, the risks started to appear. Future tax rates might end up being higher. Their required minimum distributions, RMDs, would eventually force large withdrawals, and those withdrawals could push them into higher tax brackets. They could trigger taxation on 85% of their Social Security and even increase how much they would have to pay every single month for Medicare. In other words, the IRS had become a silent partner in their retirement. And the moment everything clicked for them was when we started modeling their retirement income. Based on their projections, they were on track to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes over their lifetime. And that's when they realized something important. Saving for retirement and planning for retirement taxes are two completely different things. So we ran a full retirement tax risk analysis. We looked at their projected income over time, their future tax brackets, their RMD timelines, Social Security timing, Medicare IRMAA thresholds, and most importantly, we identified windows of opportunity where they could move money strategically. Now, together, we built a long-term tax structure and strategy that included strategic Roth conversions spread over multiple years, filling lower tax brackets intentionally, coordinating conversions with their Social Security timing, finding ways to reduce future RMD exposure. Here the goal wasn't to eliminate taxes because that's almost impossible. The goal was to control when and how those taxes were paid. Once the strategy was in place, everything changed. Instead of feeling like they were sitting on a tax time bomb, they now had a controlled, predictable tax plan. And they understood their numbers, their options, and the long-term impact of their decisions. Now, that kind of clarity changes how people feel about retirement. And here's the lesson most people miss. The biggest risk in retirement isn't market volatility. It's taxation. If most of your retirement savings are in tax-deferred accounts, the IRS may eventually become one of your largest beneficiaries. But with proper planning, that outcome can often be dramatically improved. If you'd like to see how much retirement tax risk may be hiding inside your accounts, I've created a free retirement tax risk assessment. Just comment "tax" or send me a message, and I'll send you the link so you can see where you stand. Because the earlier you understand the tax problem, the more options you have to fix it.